right, everybody, welcome back to I'll Read What She's Reading. I'm Reggie.
I'm Kennedy.
And I'm Michaela.
And today we're talking about the latest, greatest, most talked about book on TikTok, Fourth Wing. We're so excited. We're so excited to talk about it.
We have lots of thoughts.
So many thoughts.
So many.
If you haven't read Fourth Wing, go read it and then come back to this episode. But we're going to be sharing all the spoilers, all the things related to Fourth Wing.
Yes.
So let's just jump right on into it.
Let's do it.
Which also, we got some listener feedback from this episode. I'm so excited about it. We had you guys submit voicemails to us that we're going to play towards the end of the episode and react to your voicemails that you sent in. But yeah, let's just jump into our thoughts of the book. What
Let's do it.
was everyone's rating?
Well, we're jumping right into it. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
5 stars. Okay, we loved it.
I feel like we need to put a disclaimer, at least for me. And I
Okay.
feel like we've already had kind of this discussion. We are very easy to entertain.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So it was maybe not the most beautifully written. There was a few flaws, but I was thoroughly entertained the entire time.
Oh, yeah. And like we've talked about, I rate books based off of my overall experience.
Yeah.
And feeling when you read it.
Yeah.
And this book gave me all the feelings.
Same.
My heart was racing. I was crying. I was screaming.
I had to
Obsessed.
know. I had to know what happened next. I couldn't put the book down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So that's why I rated it 5 stars. I love the world it's in. It's a little brutal and harsh, but
Ooh.
I think it just makes it that more like enticing to like keep reading more, you know?
And it keeps the stakes high.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Rebecca's not afraid to kill somebody off, which
Oh, yeah.
I enjoy.
Actually, yeah.
I mean,
Honestly,
I don't
admire
enjoy
that.
I mean, same.
Yeah.
I guess, should we talk about maybe the things we didn't like first? Because I
Yeah,
know there's
yeah,
not
yeah.
very many things.
There's not very many
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'll start off first.
Okay.
Maybe I'm the only person, which this book, I don't have a lot of mean things or bad things to say about it. Was so good, and I feel like I'm being nitpicky when I say this, but at times I was a little bit confused what people looked like.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I got a lot of maybe descriptive language when it came to the characters, and also I don't know if you guys felt like this, but I feel like she randomly would introduce a character in dialogue and give me nothing about
No, I
the
feel that.
character.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So then it kind of took me a second to be like, oh, this is what this character looks like, or this is who they are, and that's just me being nitpicky.
Yeah.
No,
It's a lot of characters.
100% agree. I could not tell you what. I know like what 4, 5 people look like, and I have a vision for them, but everyone else, it's just like a person with a blurry face, if that makes
Same.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I wish there was maybe just like a little bit more descriptiveness, even just in some of the fight scenes.
Yeah.
I wish there's just like a little bit more. But I'm like a sucker for fight scenes, and we listened to a podcast where she was getting interviewed, and Rebecca literally said that's her least favorite part of writing is the fight scene.
Interesting.
So like maybe that's my only like tiff, is I would have maybe wanted a little bit more out of the fight scenes, because I feel like I was like almost like, what's going on? Just a little bit. It was still epic nonetheless, but almost like I want just like a little bit more out of the fight scenes, because I mean they're training for that for the whole book. So I'm like, I want to see and not see. I want to be able to envision clearly how things are going down. And I
Mhm.
feel like I was maybe just a little confused at times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My only thing was like I felt kind of confused with some of the world building a little bit.
Yeah.
Like even towards the end when what's their buckets?
I don't know. Like the villains.
Yeah, they
The
like just
Venom?
kind of showed. Yeah,
Is that what it's
they
called?
showed up and I was just like, okay, wait, where did these people come from? And like, why are we fighting
Yeah,
them?
see-
And like, I was asking myself so many questions while I was reading, but at the same time, I didn't care because I was just like,
Yeah.
Eating it
so
up.
enthralled.
Yeah.
So
That's why I'm concerned that the second book is going to be a lot of info dumping, because
Yeah.
there's a lot
Mhm.
that we don't know besides the school,
mhm.
Yeah.
if
That's
that
true.
makes sense.
Okay, I might need a little clarifying from you guys. So you have the Venom, and they ride griffins?
The
Wyverns.
Wyverns, and then-
Wyverns.
Yes. And
Don't
then
come at us if we are not
Who rides
saying
the
things
griffins?
It's their enemies.
And the griffins are the ones that are half eagle, half lion?
I don't know.
Something? some prowling animal, and the wyverns are two-legged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
It's hard to picture. I don't know. I don't even remember what say their name again? Sorry.
Griffin?
No.
Venom.
Oh.
Griffin.
The Griffin Riders.
Griffin. I don't know who those people are called. I know the school and the council people, whatever they're called, don't like them. They're their enemies, right?
But are they their enemies? Well, yes,
but like we don't know a lot about them
Yeah.
besides they attack
air quotes.
Yeah.
bases or villages. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's so much.
I just need someone to give me a full explanation of everything. I'm sure there's a YouTube video.
There's a
I'm
TikTok
sure.
out there where
I'm
someone
sure.
is like explaining the world building, but it was just so fun.
It was so
fun.
What were your guys' favorite moments?
Oh.
I have so many things I could share.
I know.
One thing I really liked, well, first off, I just really liked Violet's character. She just had a lot of layers to her, and she just felt very real. And I don't know if you guys, anyone listening knows this, maybe you already do, but her chronic illness that she has is the same thing that Rebecca Yarros has.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So she has that same thing, and I think she has like 5 kids.
She has a lot of
Six.
kids, yeah.
6
And like
kids.
4 of her kids have it too.
Wow.
And so she, in this interview I was listening to, she was explaining how like I just love that there was like some representation for people with chronic illness, and she understands what that feels like. And so she got to put that into Violet's character. And I really liked that she had a lot of like depth to her. I haven't read a ton of fantasy books, but it's really easy in a lot of fantasy books to just, everyone is just so fit and hot and like just so badass. Not saying that Violet wasn't, but like she just had a lot of depth to her that I kind of liked, that, you know, it showed a lot of like what her weaknesses were and how like she overcame them, which I don't know, I really liked her character and like her development.
I don't know
as
if
a
you guys
character.
saw this girl on TikTok, but it almost made me cry. She was in the hospital for the same condition as Violet, and she had no idea that the character had the same condition. And so when she started reading it, she's like, I just felt like I didn't need to be ashamed for having this. And I was like,
oh, stop.
And Rebecca commented, and she was like, I was like,
I'm teary.
I know. I just thought it was so cute. I admire that. And there's so many books that I want you guys to read, because there are a lot of characters that I'm like are very similar. So that's why I think you guys would really like The Cruel Prince. It's really good. Even the Shatter Me series, I know you're like in the middle of that right now. I feel, the fantasy worlds are just so fun, because I feel like we do get a little bit more character development, especially with like the female main characters and stuff like that. So,
well, and I feel like Violet just made it really easy to root for her.
oh yeah.
Between her mom literally being quite honestly one of the worst human beings, and just not believing in her, but with every achievement that Violet made, it wasn't enough for her mom. And I just felt like, what Reggie said, she had to become this really epic, incredible writer. She wasn't just, here she is, she already is what she is. We got to see her come into her own and become confident, and it was just like inspiring, I guess.
I
loved it.
Loved it. I was complaining at the very beginning. I take my words back. I was complaining that I was like, how did she go across the parapet with everyone else having like training their whole life for it, and Violet just like trained for 6 months? And I was like, this is so freaking annoying. I take back all of my words. I take them all back, because she works so freaking hard.
Yeah.
And I was like so impressed.
She was just constantly trying to prove herself
To
And I felt
everyone.
that.
Yeah.
And also to herself.
I wanted to give her a hug.
Same.
But also, this is like kind of switching topics, but not really. I absolutely loved how much Zayden believed in her. Like,
Oh, because who didn't believe in her?
Literally, there's such a huge contrast between Zayden and Dane. And even before we found out that Dane was a douche,
Well, he was
and
always
the worst, he kept being, he never believed in her. He never thought that she could do it. And then you have Zayden over here being like, stop babying her, try to get her to be the writer that she could be. And that was just so cool because he was an integral part in her believing in herself.
Yes. I know. I'm trying to like put myself in her shoes. I'm like, would I want to be babied? And like, I would like to say that I wouldn't, but at the same time, I'm feeling like if someone gave me an escape from that, I'd probably be like, yes, take me out of there. I would like to say I'd be like super like, I gotta do this, but
well, it tells you a lot about her character that she was like, I'm gonna prove to myself that I can do this.
Yeah. If I die, I die. It was so fun. Okay. I'll actually say like my favorite part, probably when Zayden was on the parapet and she just like walks out. My heart melted. My heart. The dialogue between them, he's like, do not risk your life for something as middle school or as me or something like that. Yeah. Something similar. Don't quote me on that. But I was just like, stop. This is so cute.
And then later on, he says, there's no me without you.
Yes.
I love that.
I love it all. So that was probably my like favorite part.
My favorite part was the inner dialogue. Well, I am a sucker for inner dialogue in any book, but the inner dialogue more specifically between Violet and Taryn. He was just this grumpy old man, but also sassy and sarcastic, and I loved him.
Okay, fun fact. Rebecca based her character, Taryn's character, from her dog.
Yeah.
You know, the more I learn about Rebecca, the more I like her.
I love her.
And I was like, stop. That's so cute. He passed away, but it's so sad. But she's like, he was just, he said, quote, he's just like kind of get off my lawn dog. And so that's what she based Taryn, I can't pronounce it, just in my life, character off of.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
love the dragon banter. I love the banter between Violet and Zayden a lot, but like especially in the very like end when they're battling the everything and there's like the dialogue between the dragons and Zayden, and it was just like so fun.
I want more of that in the second book. So badly.
Me too.
It was just so fun. And are you going to talk about that one part?
Yeah, I can say it. I know it's your favorite part.
It's so funny. Okay, when Professor Carr is training Violet for her signet, and she can't produce lightning, and Taryn goes in her mind, and he's like, do you need me to get the wing leader? I just was shook to my core. And then Zayden obviously projects images in her mind and she's able to use her signet, but he just was so funny.
That has
so
me
funny.
Kicking, screaming, giggling. It was
I was squealing this book, you guys,
when
like a little girl.
she did it at like lunch. She did it back to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he like started choking. Yes.
Like I felt like I could see that so clearly.
I know.
Like I said, inner dialogue in books when nobody else can hear but the two characters.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
You'll
It's like an inner joke.
You'll get me every time.
Yeah.
Get me every
I
time.
love it. Oh,
yeah,
so
she Rebecca executed all of that so well.
So well.
I loved it.
The whole book, kind of back to what you were saying, kicking and screaming. I was with my husband a lot of the time while I read this book, and I just kept giggling and screaming, and he would be like, why? And I mean, my husband doesn't read, so he doesn't understand, but
he doesn't get it.
It was just so fun. So fun. And once again, we don't really read to be educated or whatever. We read to be entertained, and you can't deny that this book was so entertaining.
It was.
So entertaining.
I was in between a break from a wedding. I was at a break from a wedding I was shooting, and I was sitting in my car. I literally was laughing out loud. I don't think I've read a book that I was like giggling, like laughing, and I wish I was like recording myself because I literally like slapped my leg, knee slap. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so funny. I was like, dang it, I should have like But I didn't know that was gonna come up, so
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, I
Mhm.
wanted to record myself the entire time. I'm just like, okay, does this look
I
cute?
just need to slap like a GoPro to my books.
I know. Or those ones where they're like,
They
oh my
stood
gosh,
out.
like this. Yeah, the
Oh my gosh, that would be
360.
so funny. Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, it's just I just loved it all.
Well, I loved your
Loved
TikTok
it.
that you posted.
Oh, my
Yeah,
reading vlog.
yeah, that was cute.
Oh, thanks.
It was really cute.
I just was like,
Wait, I didn't see that.
Yeah, you gotta
I
go look
posted
at
a
it.
little reading vlog.
It's really cute.
I had so much I had to delete because I was like, I cannot have this be like 10 minutes long, but
I would have watched the whole thing.
thanks.
Okay, I have another favorite moment. I'm sorry.
Continue.
Buy one, get one.
BOGO!
I had a feeling she was going to get the most powerful dragon. You know how fantasy books are. You
Ooh,
kind of
see,
know.
I didn't think she would.
I
I
thought
thought
she was
she
gonna get
would.
Andarna.
I thought so too. I was like,
It would just
Well,
be
I
Andarna.
thought, okay, when she went to go save her, I thought that was going to be her dragon, but we didn't know a lot about Feathertails.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, watch these Feathertails be the most powerful dragons.
Yeah.
And then Taryn comes out and she
Yeah.
gets 2 dragons. And
here's what I thought was gonna happen. They were gonna be really weak together at the beginning, and then they were both gonna grow. Obviously, she did grow a lot. She has grown. Obviously, at the end of the book, you're
Uh-huh.
like, okay,
Just see how big she is.
She's a big girl now. But I literally live texted these two, because when
I loved your text.
This is so
I
funny.
loved your text. I thought she was gonna get the small dragon. They were gonna be weak together, and then they were gonna grow and become like this bad A like duo. And then all of a sudden he comes out. I was like, she just got the huge A dragon. And I was like, jaw was on the ground. I literally did not. That wasn't in my.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't think that would happen, but I was just like,
Well, yeah. Didn't see it coming.
didn't see it
And I
coming.
loved all the dialogue after, like, when they get back from, what's it called, threshing?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, two dragons?
Yes.
I was like, 2 dragons?
That was Kennedy's update on
Goodreads.
Goodreads, and I was like, "What do you mean BOGO?" I hadn't started it yet, and then I literally texted and I was like, "BOGO!"
Literally,
It was so
good.
fun.
So
I love
good.
that. It would happen to her. I love that for her. I'm
Same.
excited to see kind of like the character development of, how do you say her name?
Violet?
No,
Andarna.
Andarna.
Well, there was this weird discussion. I don't know if you guys thought about this. I saw this TikTok where this girl was talking about how Violet's going to basically have 2 signets.
Yeah.
Because she has 2 dragons.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I thought would happen.
Yeah.
I'm convinced she's going to have 2 of them.
Yeah.
And the girl was like, what if, because this is kind of a
Are we
theory.
talking about theories now?
Sorry.
We can
so.
talk,
No, let's
we
do
can
it.
talk about theories.
And Darna talks about how the nature, like there's balance in nature.
Yeah.
And this girl was saying she thinks that since Violet's first signet is so destructive, her second will be kind of more of like a healing power to create balance in nature.
Oh.
How cool would
That's
that be?
Do you want me to say another theory I heard?
Yeah.
Going back in time is going to be
Ooh.
to be able to save Liam. Because if you think about it, her Andarna's thing was stopping time. So what if like she can go back in time? I don't know.
I would love that.
I don't know. It could be kind of cool. I don't know.
Justice for Liam.
Justice for Liam,
Seriously.
for sure. I literally was like
Sobbing. That would be
I was
really
like
cool.
in my car and I was like, this did not
It's
just
been
happen.
my honor.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice? Okay, obviously you read the prologue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who translated the book?
Yeah.
Jacinia?
Yeah.
And like there was that little flirty moment between the two.
Yeah.
And then she had to write about Liam dying.
I know. It sucked. Did you think
Broke my heart in 2.
someone thought that when Liam came out right before the war games and they think he was hooking up with this
I hope so.
I hope so too. He deserved it.
Also, okay, I have to say too, how cool of Rebecca to include ASL in the book.
I know.
Yes.
Incredible.
And how Liam just like knew it.
Yeah.
I forgot
Oh.
what their reasoning for knowing it.
Love him. I can't remember.
I don't
either.
remember,
I don't
but
remember
I
it.
just remember thinking it was so cool that she included not only
ASL.
Violet, but also ASL.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it all.
I loved it too. Can we talk about something that we didn't love in this book?
Oh, yeah.
He who cannot be named. Dane.
Oh. You guys, I saw a TikTok where she went back and read the book and she counted how many times he touched her.
Yes.
And it was like in the teens for how many times he touched her face, but then it was in the 50s for how much he touched just her in general, and how he could potentially still read people's memories by not touching their
but
face.
Here's my thought on that. He didn't know until towards the end. Like, remember he has that realization where he's like, you and him?
Yeah.
About her and Xaden? Wouldn't he have, if he was looking at her memories before then, wouldn't he have known?
I don't think he was doing it before.
Yeah.
But I think
he did at the end.
Yes. I think that last time, or like one of the times, I don't know.
Well, and there was that one time where she said something like, where he's like, give me your memories.
Yeah.
And then she says to him, you never asked me. And he's like, I didn't ask you. And he's like, he like felt kind of bad about it.
Yeah.
So I don't think he really read her memories or anything until that one point, because I feel like he would have known more about her and Xaden.
How awful would it have been after they hook up?
He would have been like, you did what?
Yeah, because he didn't know until
right at the end about those two, like, having something.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I was like, honestly, more betrayal I felt from Dane than Xaden.
For sure.
I mean, I still felt betrayed by Xaden for, like, not telling her. And also, I was like, you're kidding. Like,
yeah.
You're joking. Like, no way. But then I was like, as soon as he's like, did Dane touch you? I was like,
oh no. Well, the crazy part was, it's definitely a bigger betrayal because obviously he knew that she would have an issue with him reading her memories without him asking, because that happened before.
Oh yeah.
He found out about Xaden.
Yeah. Ugh.
He's the worst.
The worst.
Okay. I feel like we could just talk on and on.
We really could.
We probably should get into the voicemails because maybe we can go off what.
Can I quickly share the thing
yeah.
that I
wondering.
disliked?
Yeah.
The one thing that made me so mad. And you guys can tell me if you feel the same way. I was so mad at the end when Xaden said he didn't go to Liam's funeral. Were you guys mad about that? I was so mad about that.
Oh, he was with her.
Because he's like, I stayed with you. Because I know he was probably like anticipating her like waking up and he wanted to be there when she woke up. But why was I just so hurt by the fact he didn't go to Liam's funeral?
Well,
I mean, he should have gone.
He should have, but I'm curious because if you remember Violet talking about funerals, there's like a few things the parents can pick. So I wonder if it was like they wanted just strictly the parents, because I can't remember. The parents can just pick for their stuff to be burned and them to be burned, or for the body to be brought back to them and them do like the burning, if that makes sense.
I just figure even if it's like a quick thing, I'm like,
yeah,
you didn't go.
I'm wondering if
and I know there's like so much death in this book that it's like, oh, it's just part of how things go.
But they were like
brothers.
brothers.
I was like, he did so much for you too.
Yeah.
I was like disappointed that he didn't go.
I wonder if they didn't bring the body.
I don't know. Time will tell. Maybe there's more to that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Secretly alive.
Yeah, we can get into voicemails now. I just had to see if you guys caught that.
I did caught it, but I don't know why it just didn't like affect me. Maybe because I was more enthralled in like the relationship between Zayn and Violet. Like, I was like, this needs to be resolved. Like, the relationship needs to be fixed, or I'm gonna have a conniption.
Oh yeah, and honestly, I kind of loved that she was pissed at him.
Yeah, I think he deserves it. 100%.
Let him grovel.
But I'm like, I hope in the second book we get more of his point of views, because we didn't until like the last chapter, or the second to last chapter.
Yeah. I bet she did. I mean, hopefully she does, because now we kind of know all of his secrets. Hopefully. Yeah. So now we can see into his brain. Whereas, I mean, she wanted to drop the bomb on us that Brennan was alive.
Yeah. That's one thing I didn't. But then looking back, when people were telling me all the like signs of him being alive, I was like, oh, I'm stupid.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I just didn't catch it because
I need to read it again. I honestly started listening to the audiobook.
I want to, but there's so many other books that I need to get into that I'm like, I'll just maybe wait until November to get a little refresher.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want to read it again and then freaking want the second book, and it's not coming out till November. So, Rebecca, if you want to send it over,
We'll gladly take it.
we
Gladly.
And
Kudos to Rebecca. This was an incredible first fantasy novel, I feel.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, she wrote
Incredible.
one before, but
Oh,
it
she
didn't
did?
ever get
It-
published.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
There you
Kudos
go.
to
We love
Reggie
you,
for
Rebecca.
sending that podcast. We learned a lot.
Yeah, it was fun.
I learned a lot about Rebecca. I feel like we're besties
love
now.
Her.
We love Rebecca.
I think she's
her.
in the, what is it? The Hogwarts houses.
Oh, Hufflepuff?
No, she's
Gryffindor.
And she said there's 2 in every house in her family.
Cute.
That's so fun.
Isn't that adorable?
That's cute.
I love that.
That's really cute.
adorable.
All right, we're going to get into the voicemails now. And first and foremost, we just want to thank you guys so much. We got quite a few voicemails,
So many.
and we haven't listened to any of them, and we're so excited to see
Live reaction.
Yeah, your guys' live reaction. So
And just like hear from you guys. I'm so excited.
So let's get
Start off
started.
with
Okay.
number 1.
All right, here's our first one.
Hi, this is Mia from California. I just finished Fourth Wing in a day. Okay, so the book is good. I love a female main character, especially one who can actually just be vulnerable with her feelings. Because the guy, she like straight up told him. Super good. It was like Red Queen book with How to Train Your Own Dragon. My only critique was that it was kind of lefty with some, the male and female. Like Violet and Xant, I can't even pronounce his name. But like there was this like, it kind of just turned into, it wasn't really fully enemies to lovers. Because like even then, he had to know that Brennan, like they're best friends. So that's my only critique. But I'm glad that you guys do the reading podcast.
That was so cute.
It was so cute.
That was really adorable. I can agree with
Yeah.
Red Queen. Oh, you guys haven't read Red
Uh-uh.
Queen. Oh my gosh. I feel like, so that's what I was saying. Like, you guys were talking about how much you love Violet. I'm like, you guys need to be introduced into these new characters. Because there's a lot that are just like, I'm obsessed. There's so many characters I love so much. And also with the enemies to lovers. I know, looking back at it, I'm like, he obviously really didn't hate her. So,
Yeah, I've been seeing a
True.
ton of people on TikTok being mad that people say it's an enemies to lovers trope because I guess technically it's not true enemies to lovers, but
no. It's still just like, it's like dislike
Yeah.
to lovers.
Well, and I will say too, one thing, I mean, this didn't really go along with what she said, but like, I really was nervous when I started reading that there was going to be this more like dragged out love triangle.
Mm.
I loved that it kind of, like, it didn't take the whole book with
Yeah.
Dane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I liked that.
Dane was kind of already pushed to the side.
Yeah.
Kind of from the beginning.
And honestly, I liked that because sometimes a lot of books have love triangles in them and they just like last so long. And I was just,
Yeah.
so.
Love it. Thanks for that.
yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Mia from California.
Mia from California. I love it.
I have so many thoughts about Fourth Wing, and I didn't read it with any other friends at the same time, so I had nowhere to share it. This is the perfect opportunity for me to share. First of all, it completely ruined romance books for me. I've been a romance girly, but not all I want to read is fantasy because I loved the book so much. The second I finished it, I had to pre-order the sequel. The only thing that I didn't like, I'm not a huge Spice fan to begin with, but I felt like the two fight scenes between Xaden and Violet took away from the character development that was happening. Like, those are the only parts of the book that felt shallow. Everything else felt like deep and fast-paced, and there was all this development happening, and there were some new relationships that I loved and hated and all of it, and that was the only part that I felt like took away from the rest of the book. Like, it felt thrown in there just to have it in there, and I wish she hadn't done that. I wish she had just let the relationship keep building the way it had been building. And then that cliffhanger at the end, my jaw dropped. So overall, it was so good. I hated Dane. Like, I get it, he was well-meaning, but he just did not let Violet grow at all. He had no faith in her whatsoever. Rihanna just seems like the best friend everybody wants to have. And then just Xaden. I have no words for Xaden. And I'm not even going to try to have words for Xaden. So I'm so excited for the second book, and I'm so excited that this is the book club book. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it too.
My only thought that I'm going to, or I mean, I agree with a lot of things, but I feel like we got gypped on a lot of their training scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have loved like more tension from them, kind of like more banter. Give me more. I want
Yes.
more. Because I feel like it was kind of like we trained these past 3 weeks. And I was like,
True, yeah, it kind of skipped ahead a lot.
what happened during those training? You guys went from having sex to to not like talking to each other, but you guys trained together. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
So I wish their relationship is very cute, but I wish we would have gotten like a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Oh, I agree.
Maybe if she ever, because I feel like that during that time would be a perfect time to get a point of view from Zayden.
Yes.
Like a little novella.
Because she's like, I'm not going to. Yeah. Because I feel like Violet was like very set in her ways. Like, he has to say that he wants things with me. And so that's probably why she didn't have the scenes, because it would have just been kind of repetitive. But to have like a point of view of like his like kind of internal conflict of like, I can't, but I want to. I can't, but I want to.
Angst.
Yeah. So I agree 100%. What was her name? Oh, she didn't say. I agree with you. Whoever you were, I appreciate that voicemail.
And also, I love that we've ruined romance novels for you.
Seriously, fantasy romance will get you.
So good. So good.
There's just so much more to them. So
Hello. So I am reading Fourth Wing right now. I am like 85% done with it. I've got to admit, normally when I read a book, I'm really big into spoilers. Like, I'll always see spoilers on TikTok or Twitter or somewhere else randomly on the internet. Or sometimes I will flip to the end of the book or like scroll to the end if I'm reading on Kindle. I did not do that for this book. And I just got to, they're at, honestly, I don't even remember what it's called. Oh, I gotta find it in the book. They're at Aberson. That's not right. Whatever. They're at that place. And those Griffin riders just came up. When I tell you, my jaw dropped when Zayden said, "You're fucking early." I'm speechless. My lack of speech right there is because of that. I'm scared to finish this. I stopped reading after that. I had to take a little break, and so there's a chance I leave another voicemail as I continue reading. But like, that's my whole reaction right now. That's all I can think of. So yes, thank you. Bye.
I love the live reaction.
Yeah, same. I'm so glad she live reacted to it, because I feel like everyone was feeling that way. I was like,
You gotta be kidding me.
that was so funny.
My jaw was on the floor.
I loved that.
I just called, but I had to call back and say that I think it would be a really awesome idea if you guys could touch on or like talk about some of the conspiracy theories that are like on TikTok going around. They're like really get my gears like, holy crap, like, are you serious? Like, the amount of times that Dane touched her face before, or like when he was like manipulating her or something like that, I saw on TikTok. Also, like, when she's walking, like at the beginning and there was like a storm going or something like that, and like people were saying like, oh, it was her mom trying to kill her, the conspiracy that like her dad for sure was murdered, or that Brennan was with Nolan, or like they were together. It'd be awesome if you guys touched up on that.
I love that.
I love that too.
I have seen the theory where, I don't remember this exactly, but apparently like it says that the storm picks up when she's about to cross.
Yep.
And I'm like, her mom is trying to kill her daughter.
What's her mom's signet?
Thunder.
A storm.
It's like it's not lightning. It's just like thunder, like storms.
I thought it was storms. Yeah.
I mean, checks out.
But it's like, why would you?
Her mom is not a cool
But
person.
she wanted her to be a writer, right?
I think it's because she
wanted
would
her to die.
Because
Or
if she would have
maybe-
been a scribe, there's no reason for her to have died.
Or maybe her mom thought that if she became a scribe, she would find out
about
how, like, the real history.
Oh,
Maybe.
Because her dad did.
Oh,
Her dad knew.
I feel like we're probably gonna get that betrayal
Oh, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
from her
There's
mom.
gonna be
because her mom
some-
is like the worst character.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the worst.
I'm pretty sure this is my theory that her mom went up to Jack and was like, "You should really try to kill my daughter."
Honestly.
And-
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. No, it's just her mom's like the worst, and I hate that for her so much.
Or the fact that she had a literal knife to kill the venom in her office. Did you guys catch that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they all know. They
Oh, they
just
all know.
don't want to tell
Mm-hmm.
anybody. They're lying son of a bitch.
Seriously.
Also, I loved the theory about how Zayden has been like slowly kind of like falling in love with her because of hearing stories from Brennan.
I love that.
Because
Me
he
too.
literally says, "I've been falling for you longer than you know."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, so does that mean before like you guys officially met, or like, I don't know, I just like that theory.
Well, and then it makes you think of like when he approaches her at the very beginning before the parapet or after the parapet.
it's
before.
before.
And I can't remember what
He
he
was
says
so
to her.
shocked, right?
I think so.
He was
yeah.
rude
well,
to
because
her.
Brennan didn't know she was going to be doing that either, probably.
Yeah.
And so like to see her, I don't know. It makes me want to just like go back. I can't remember the dialogue, like what he says to her when he first sees her, but I'm like,
It almost, looking back at it now, it almost seemed like he was mad.
Uh-huh.
Like,
he didn't want to see her.
yeah, do this. Because he's
Mhm.
like, almost like mad / shocked. So that's why he probably was rude. And I mean, he had this like kind of persona to obtain, you know?
Mhm.
So like he probably was like, oh crap. Like,
The love of my life is going to die.
literally. I don't know. There's so many different things, and I love it, and I feel like people are really dissecting this book, and it's just so fun. I literally can't wait till the second book.
Me either.
Oh my god.
It's going to be
I can't
so
either.
good. It's
I'm
going to be
trying
so
think if
good.
there's anything else that I've like seen.
I feel like I've seen more, but why can't I think of any of them?
I don't know.
I already said the one about,
Like touching the face.
yeah, and Darna,
Yeah.
her having two signets.
2 signets. This girl, she was so funny on TikTok. I need to go find her, but she was going off about the theories.
Okay, I think I saw the same girl.
Yeah.
and
This
she was
girl.
so funny.
Her?
Yes.
I
loved
love
her.
I love
I
her.
loved
What's
it.
her TikTok name?
Witchling Haviliard. Yeah,
Love
there.
her.
I love that.
Shout out to you for the...
I think the theories were so entertaining because they were
Mhm.
very just like unhinged, and
Mhm.
the way you went about it was just so fun. I enjoyed your TikToks thoroughly.
Me too.
So keep them coming. I will keep watching them.
Same.
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 Okay.
All right, next one. Also, sorry if we don't get to your voicemail. We seriously had so many voicemail submissions, and so
Yeah, we did.
Not Zayden saying, "Don't fall for me," and then freaking giving her violets on her nightstand and her jar and cleaning up her room while I'm like crying. I'm screaming. Also, I want to wield lightning.
What did she say at the end?
I want to wield lightning. Not Violet being Thor.
Oh yeah, the violets on her. Oh, passed away. What was he thinking? He's like, don't fall for me.
But like, let me
give
clean
you
up your room
violets.
and get you some violets and leave them
Let
by
me do a what is it called? A
Signet?
saddle, like
Oh.
making a.
Oh, yeah, for Andarna. Well, for Taryn, and then
And
making a little
Andarna.
attachment thing for Andarna. How could you not fall for that man? I was on my knees.
And the knives.
Oh,
He-
yeah.
making sure she had like knives that like fit her body and like her like stature. Just because of how small she was, he's like, you're just not getting the right tools to make you succeed. And I'm like,
a man who believes in you.
Nothing better.
Hmm.
I love it.
A man who gives you violets.
And I forgot to send. I don't know if I sent this TikTok to you guys, but it's like one of the things where it's like where it does like every time it says a word.
The violence one?
violence.
Violence.
I
Yes.
love it.
Every time he calls her violence, I'm like, I want a name like that. I want a pet name.
Or what's the dialogue he says at the very beginning where he says something like, you're small, but you're... What? You guys know what I'm talking about?
But
He
you're
says
full
something
of
about
violence or
he says
something?
something about like you're small but feisty, but it like leads into that she'd be violent, and then later on he calls her violence.
I love it.
Obsessed.
I'm obsessed.
Love him.
We love that
We
man.
love him.
Oh my gosh, hi. This is Michelle. Anyway, yeah. I am literally so obsessed with Fourth Wing. It put me in the biggest reading hangover I've ever had. So I immediately started through other class, like as soon as I finished it. Well, I'm in love with Zayden, but I want Zayden for Violet, so I will say I'm literally in love with Liam, and I bawled like a baby when he died. That's the worst killing off a character that I've ever read, and it makes me sad to this day, especially when I see all the fan art of Liam, because he's literally the cutest thing in the world. Anyway, just wanted to share that. Bye.
Not me getting teary the second she talked about Liam dying.
Ripped my heart out.
Yeah. I didn't like that.
But also, I really commend her for killing people off.
Seriously. Well, when his dragon started going down,
Oh,
I was like, no. No.
I wanted to stop reading. I was like, I'm not ready for this.
what's that audio? A dragon without
Without
its
its
rider
rider.
is a tragedy. What is it? You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
on
It's
TikTok.
on the book. It says it on the book.
Well, you can just go to
But a
TikTok
rider without
where
its
I
dragon
got,
is dead.
Oh yeah, a dragon without its rider is a tragedy, but a rider without its dragon is dead.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Fourth Wing.
Can you just imagine a movie trailer with that in it?
Oh, chills, full body chills.
I need it. I need a movie.
So, first of all, I love y'all. Love your podcast. I listen to it all the time. Anyways, I know there's like a lot of hype around the Fourth Wing, and I absolutely loved it. Like 5 stars for me. Like couldn't get enough. But I really think a lot of it, like yes, the plot's amazing. Love the characters. Lots of action. But I really think so many people like it because normally I feel like fantasies, like world building and everything, like getting introduced is so slow. Like, I just feel like all the fantasies I read, most of the beginnings are very, very slow. But with Fourth Wing, you're immediately thrown in it. Immediately, like, there's stuff happening. You know, they're going to the parapet. So I really think that's why so many people absolutely have just loved it. Part of the reason anyways. But, anyways, thank you.
That was the sweetest voicemail ever.
Yeah, first of all, we love you.
Love you so much.
Second of all, this is kind of, I mean, we obviously knew that the hype to Fourth Wing was really high because of TikTok. But another reason we wanted to pick Fourth Wing was because we've done Instagram polls for most of our listeners, and most of you guys don't read fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really enjoyed how this was such an easily digestible fantasy book, especially for people who haven't really read fantasy books. Now, I know there's a lot of complaints on TikTok and social media about how the world building isn't good. I mean, the writing, there's better fantasy writers out there. And yeah, that may be true, but this might be you guys may turn into fantasy readers after this book.
Oh,
but
yeah.
if you went and read a really high fantasy complex book, you may not have picked up another fantasy book again.
Yeah. I also think it was so smart at the beginning of every chapter. She would like insert like something from like almost like their laws or like
Or
from
the Book of
Brennan.
Brennan, yeah.
Yes. Which kind of got a little snippet into
What
almost
you were
like a
about to
world
read.
building.
Yeah.
Kind of like their rules, what they believe. So I think that was genius because it wasn't necessarily a part of the book, but it was just right before the chapters, and so she really didn't have to go into too much detail. The only thing that I'm concerned about is almost like the villains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it could be something really epic, but I think it's going to be a lot of vomiting.
Like we need more backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think the second book's going to pick up from a really good spot because I almost think it's going to pick up right after we left off.
I think so too.
Her talking to Brennan for the first time, like her yelling at Zay, like I just can't wait to see how it all goes down. So
do you think she's going to be mad at Brennan?
I mean, how could you be mad?
I could picture her like being super stoked to see him, and then all of a sudden her being like,
How
hold
could you?
on.
Yeah, like you let me believe that you died.
Yeah. Also, do you think Mira
Mira? Yeah.
knows?
No.
I think she does.
You think so?
You do?
Here's my theory. The book.
Yeah.
She literally was like, I'll give it to you. Like,
Both
And
books.
you're not supposed to have.
yeah, you're
keep
not
things
supposed
from
to.
people who
I
have
think she
passed.
knows.
Also, doesn't she conveniently keep being at the parts where what do they call it? The wards, where the wards keep falling? Isn't she always there?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Anyways,
I think she does know. Your guys' both of your faces were both at the same time.
when she gave her the book, that's true.
Because it had like the slips of paper saying
Yeah.
like, you need to, like, this folklore is like actually our history, like you need to hold on to it. And she purposely like took it away from her at the beginning and was like, leave it. And then she took it from her room because she's like, oh, I didn't want mom to get rid of it, but almost like, I don't want mom to see this.
Good point.
Okay.
Good
So
point.
I'm thinking maybe she does. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't.
Yeah.
But I'm like, there's just
There's
a
some
few
clues
things
that could, yeah.
hinting that she could know. And she
Oh,
also
I
is
can't
like
wait.
not afraid to almost like leave. So I wonder if like they've been in cohorts a little bit.
Maybe.
And she also gave, Brennan's book. So I don't know.
I would love if she knew. She's taking him down from within.
I also,
She could
we
do
haven't
that.
talked about this, but I love Mira's character.
Oh, I love her
Oh,
too.
the beginning was so
I cried.
sweet. And her gifting her the vest with the scales on it that like saved her life so many times. And when she explained, she's like, yeah, I was just like picking them up. And like that took so much effort and work on her part and so much love for her to be like, I'm going to make this to protect my sister. And then it saved her so many times.
I love how much like the siblings loved each other
Oh,
because
I love
they
a good sibling
had
story.
such a crappy mom.
Such a crappy mom. My sister texted me because she's reading fourth wing right now, and she was like, "You're Violet and I'm Mira."
Oh, that's
It was really cute. Yeah,
cute.
it was really cute.
Shut up. I want Mira to be my sister.
I want a sister.
I don't have a sister.
either.
It's so fun. Anyways, I think that was my last theory that I forgot.
Yeah.
But
That Mira
it
knows.
reminded me.
Hi, guys. I am just so excited that you guys picked this book this month. This is my first time participating, and I'm so glad that we started with this book. Was it the best written book that I've ever read? Absolutely not. It is not a literary masterpiece, but was it a book that has made me feel so, like, magical, almost like a childlike wonder, minus the spicy scenes? Yes, absolutely. It scratched an itch of like that magic treehouse, Harry Potter, like other world where you just like want to go there and you can picture it so well and feel the magic. Like I want a dragon now. I'm a 26-year-old woman and I know what my dragon would look like. And it's so fun. It's so fun. My only concern with it is that she said it's going to be a 5-book series. And if she doesn't crank these out, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I'm going to need her to pick up the pace. Please, Becky, please. Anyway, love you guys.
Girl, we feel the same. We need that. We need them. We need the books quick.
So quick.
Authors don't do that. They don't come out with books that close together. So, Rebecca, I applaud you for doing that and giving the fans what they want.
Honestly.
Seriously. When's book 3 coming out?
We need to know.
Where's
Actually-
the release date on that?
I bet you there is a release date somewhere, maybe.
Probably.
Because I just can't have another Akatar situation
Ugh.
waiting 6 years
Let's
or
not talk
however
about that.
long. Or, yeah, I don't need to get into that, so.
Yeah, I'm excited. Maybe she'll announce the release date when the second one comes out, because I don't know how close the release date came out from when she dropped the first book. We should look up.
We
Oh.
should. Also, they just dropped the cover for the second
I
one.
know.
I know we've
It
all
looks
seen it.
so good.
It looks
I
so
hope
good.
we get the painted edges.
Or
She
not.
said there's not.
You're
She said that
kidding.
if we would have had the painted edges, we would have had to wait a lot longer for the book to be released.
I'd rather
because
have
of
it.
like printing some or
Yeah,
other.
that still sucks, but
So.
I'll take it.
They're beautiful books.
They are beautiful.
And not to
Well
flex, but all three of us have the painted edges, not flex. They're so pretty.
They are
So
so pretty.
pretty.
Maybe I'll just paint them myself.
Get one of those like TikTokers that makes the like binds books and just be like, spray some dragons on this for us, please.
Did you
Please.
guys see the girl that made it's like a 3D cover, but it's in Darna's face?
No.
Absolutely insane. It's really
People are
cool.
so talented.
So talented.
I am not.
Me neither.
So thank you for sharing your talents with us because I have none.
All right, guys, for the millionth time in this episode, we're so thankful for all the voicemails that we received. We wish we could play all of them on the podcast, but there were just too many and it would have been a 3-hour episode. But we listened to all of them. We love you guys so much, and we love that you guys read Fourth Wing and enjoyed it.
I
We
loved
did
all
too.
the reactions.
Yeah.
It was just so fun. I'm
So
glad a lot
fun.
of people feel the same way as us. It was
Me
just
too.
like very validating.
Mhm.
And it feels so good to pick a book and then have you guys, which at the end of this episode, we'll be announcing what our book club book is for July.
July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stay
So stay
tuned.
tuned. But first,
Our fan casts.
fan cast for the book. So,
Let's start with Violet. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, please
Okay,
do.
I've been dying to tell you guys this.
okay.
You guys are going to be like, what in the actual frick? Why are you casting this person? And I'm going to tell you why.
Let's hear it.
My fan cast for Violet is Dove Cameron. Okay.
Oh.
But did you guys see this comment?
No.
Rebecca commented on a girl's TikTok and said that when she was writing Violet, the only person she pictured was either Dove Cameron or Florence Pugh. And I personally don't think Florence Pugh works well. I think Dove Cameron does, though.
I actually
Oh,
love that
I like
so
that.
much. I think Dove Cameron would be able to slay that role.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh.
1,000,000%.
My gosh.
I didn't come up with it
Yeah.
myself. It's from the queen herself, Rebecca. So
There you have it.
Dove, please read this
Seriously.
and
she would do so well.
get into the film industry and
Start method acting right now.
yeah. Well, what hype it up to like writers and get it in the hands of people
Mhm.
that it needs to be in the
Mhm.
hands of so we can get this.
Mhm.
Please. Do you want to go next?
My pick for Violet was Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay, that's a good one, too.
That's
They
a
kind
good
of have
one.
like a similar-ish vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Dove Cameron, I love. What was yours?
I don't want to say mine.
Just say it.
I don't even know her. Katie Stevens?
Oh, she's
now
cute.
looking
She's
back at
beautiful.
it, I'm like, I mean, I picture someone with dark hair. And also maybe because she's described as a little shorter.
Yep.
And a little
Petite.
bit stockier build.
Mhm.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
stocky. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
not like,
I picture her having
Like
my body type.
Okay.
I'm not stocky, but I'm not like.
I
that
would
was,
call you
that was a
petite.
bad
I'm not
word
just,
for
like-
it.
Oh no,
I
you're
get what
good.
you mean, though.
Like, she's not like just like skin and bones.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like a lot of characters I feel like I've read in
Mhm.
books. I like.
she
I felt like I could relate
Curvy.
to her a lot. Yeah, she's more like short, curvy gal.
I pictured her face to be like very, not young, but
wasn't she 19?
yeah, but like her face to be very like feminine. Does that make sense?
Like, almost delicate.
Yeah, like kind of what you would picture like Snow White, maybe.
Okay,
Like very
okay.
delicate features. Yeah.
Stocky is not the right word. I'm sorry I used that. Please don't come after me.
I got what you meant though.
I wasn't meaning someone like that's super skinny and like
Yeah.
just like gorgeous like skinny model type that
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of characters are.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why
I get what you meant.
I love your guys's though.
Oh, thanks.
I
She's cute,
love
though.
them. She's
She's cute.
cute. I think she's married and just had a baby, so maybe that wouldn't work out.
Okay, Zayden.
I couldn't pick one.
Okay, I had a really hard time with this too. This is who I chose. Charles Melton. He's on
Riverdale.
Riverdale.
He plays Reggie.
Yes,
Right?
I think so. I haven't watched Riverdale in so long. He was dating Veronica for a while.
Yeah.
He's the only one I could kind of see, maybe. I just couldn't find anybody. Who's yours, Michaela?
Okay, his name is Bobo Stewart.
Was he in Twilight?
Bobo Stewart.
No, he's in like Descendants. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't.
he's also on Twilight.
Oh, is he in Twilight?
He's gonna be a
Yeah,
werewolf.
he plays doesn't he play one of the werewolves
Oh,
in Twilight?
Okay.
Or am I crazy?
No, you're right. He does.
I could
Yeah, he's
see
so
it.
cute.
I could see it.
Like this is really mean, but that's an awful styling. But
I could
But
see
picture
it.
like the wavy, like
yeah, if he
shorter
has
hair.
shorter
Mhm.
hair, the wavy,
Ooh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think he could honestly kind of kill it, because it's so hard to come up with someone for Zayden, because I have like such this picture in my head, and
No one lives up to it.
no one lives up
Yeah,
to it.
seriously.
Pretty much. So I don't know. I kind of like him.
I like
I like
a
that
lot.
too.
I mean,
I
like,
couldn't pick anyone. Sorry.
I could see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
How
it.
tall is he?
I don't know. Should I look it up?
Not that it matters, but
He needs to be tall, right? Height. I
put
feel
some
like
heels on him.
he's 5'7".
But the concept is there.
5'8".
Once again, we say this every time. They're just gonna have to find underground people that really don't exist.
Look at him compared to.
Oh my gosh, he looks tiny.
He's a tiny man.
He is a tiny man.
I'm taller than him. To me, not.
But the thought, like
the
the vibe
look-
and the thought,
Yeah.
yeah, is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Dane.
Okay. Can I go first for this
You
one? Because I'm
can.
actually really excited. Okay, his name is Breton Thwats. He's in The Giver. He's the main character in The Giver.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Which is also a book. Brenton Thwa.
Oh, I think I've read The Giver.
You probably have. It was like a curriculum for most, like,
I think I've read The Giver.
Oh.
I don't.
Okay, I can see.
I can see it.
Just almost like a.
The features are there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost just like a
Oh, yeah.
cutie. I don't know.
Hmm.
With maybe add some facial hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is trash. I'm sorry, you guys.
Let's
I couldn't
hear it.
come up with anybody else. Jacob Elordi. Just because in Euphoria, he kind of plays this like, well, Dane's nice. Anyways, that's the only one I could kind of come up with. It's not very good.
Gotcha.
Reggie.
I haven't seen this guy in anything, but I just saw his picture and I said, this gives Dane if he had like some scruff on his face. Barton Cowperth. I can't say his last name. Well, if you're watching the YouTube, I'll post all the like pictures of them. I don't know if he like looks too young.
He looks a little young, but
He
I
does look
could
a little
see
young.
it.
Okay, I sent you
Yeah.
guys this in a message, but the fan art of Dane looks just like Richard Madden.
Yes.
And I sent that to you guys, and then I was scrolling through the comments, and everybody was like, Richard Madden, which Richard Madden is old, but
Yeah.
he looked just like a young version of him.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
That is crazy.
All right, next one, Rhiannon.
I didn't pick anyone for Rhiannon.
I did. Do you guys, Tati Gabrielle, have you guys
Oh.
seen Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Yeah.
She's actually in a lot of movies.
She's in a lot of stuff.
She's in a
on
lot of
You.
stuff.
She's on the new show on Netflix.
Yeah. I like her.
Picture her with like longer hair.
Yeah.
So Rhiannon has longer hair.
Yeah, she'd be good.
I think she'd be good.
I like that pick.
Okay,
Hot
girl.
stuff.
Okay. Anybody else have one for
Oh,
Rhiannon?
I feel like this girl might be too old. I don't know now. Her name's Natasha Mark, but she's also like a fitness girly. So like,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because obviously she needs to be like the most bad girl around.
Mhm.
And
How about, oh my gosh, how did I just forget her name? She's in Creed.
like his wife,
Yeah. What's her name?
she's too old.
I know, but she would be good.
She would be good.
What is her name? Tessa Thompson. She is maybe a little old, but if she was 19,
Yeah.
she'd be good. Okay.
Liam.
Liam. I don't have a good one for Liam. Take it away.
I chose. Hold on, I gotta pull up his picture. I chose Will Powelter.
Oh, okay.
you know who
Okay.
I'm talking
about?
I was envisioning him for a little bit too.
Really?
I put Drew Starkey.
Oh, I love Drew Stark.
He's too small.
Yeah,
Am
but
I thinking of the right? Like,
yeah,
yeah. He's a little small.
he is small. I wonder what his height is though. He's got to be taller than.
Is this the guy that you were like, if he beefed up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Starkey height.
I put okay. I
He's
did have
6'2".
Oh, he could work then if he just like
Beefed up.
Harry
Mhm.
Styles'd it and started beefing up. I feel like this is a basic answer, but I pictured Liam to be like Liam Hemsworth, kind of that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, or my other one for him, it could go either way. Michael Provost. I don't know how tall. Just kidding. No, he's Jack, in my opinion.
Let me see. Okay, we're doing Jack next.
Sorry.
Jack.
Okay.
Jack.
I do
Okay.
like that.
He looks like a young.
Okay, I don't know how
Why
old
can't I
he.
think of his name? That plays Batman.
Oh,
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. Oh,
Who
so
did you cast for Jack?
He's 25.
I think he could work.
My favorite guy. He needed to beef up a little bit, but Rudy Panko.
Oh, okay.
I can see him being Jack. I can just see him being like this, like, just I feel like his character, he could play that
Yeah.
character very well, like his personality.
You do love Rudy?
I love him. I don't know why.
Love
I
Rudy.
like have such a crush on Rudy Panda, but I just,
Shut up.
he would do a good job.
Okay, Mira. Do you guys have one for Mira?
I don't.
I don't either.
I do.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you cast Dove Cameron, I feel like it would work because they kind of look similar. We've used her in the past, but Sophie Turner.
Oh.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they kind of look
Yeah.
like they
Mhm.
could be siblings.
Yeah.
I love that one.
I actually
Right.
like that too.
Okay.
Did you guys pick anyone for Garrick?
No. I don't have any more.
I don't either. Well, I have one more.
You do?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
he's in Stranger Things. I don't know how to say his name. Is it Dacre Montgomery?
Oh,
Because
okay.
Garrick's supposed to be like Zayden, but he's like bigger. Like it's mentioned that he has like much broader like shoulders. He's just very like.
Mhm.
Oh. I can
And
see that.
I liked Garrick's
I like
character
that.
a lot.
Yeah.
And I know he kind of plays like this like bad guy kind of in Stranger
Stranger
Things.
Things.
But I can just see him being this like
Sarcastic,
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of.
yeah.
Yeah.
Zayden's like little right hand man kind of
I
guy.
could see it.
I love
I could
that.
see it.
I love
Okay.
it.
I have one more. Do you have any other ones, Reggie?
Mm-mm.
I have one for Taryn.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford is the voice of Taryn.
That'd actually be so good.
Yes.
Shut
He's
up.
like kind of grumpy
Shut
old man.
up.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
That would be so good. Oh, I can't wait to post a TikTok of our fan cast.
I know, it's gonna be so fun. I feel like there's actually a lot of like older characters. Oh, you know who also could be really good? Why can't I think of his name? Henry Cavill. He's got such a
For,
grumbly
like, one of the.
Mhm.
voice that he could be a good like dragon.
Mm.
You know, he's just
Yeah.
like.
I love it. I love it.
I don't know. There was like a Witcher TikTok, and I was like,
I need to watch that.
I
Me
need to,
too.
but I'm nervous to watch it.
I saw someone say, have either of you guys seen the Mario movie?
No.
The what movie?
The Super Mario movie?
Oh, not yet.
Someone was like Jack Black as Terry because he plays Bowser. Honestly,
He could.
It'd actually be really fun.
It would be way funny.
I know.
I mean, I imagined him being like
yeah.
more grovelly,
Yeah.
but it could be like some really fun banter of Jack Black.
Yeah. You gotta watch
And
the
you
Super
know
Mario.
that Jack Black would be so fun to promote the movie.
Oh, I know.
Did you guys? This is so off topic.
Yeah.
Him promoting the Super Mario movie.
Yes.
Obsessed.
He is a treasure. Protect him at all
I
costs.
love
him.
him so much.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
That was so fun.
That
so
was so
fun.
Guys, we're so glad you loved Fourth Wing. Thank you for reading along with us, for submitting your voicemails, for just following us along on TikTok, Instagram, all the things. We love you so much. We wish we could hug you all.
We
Mhm.
appreciate it so much. Like, I'm overwhelmed.
Me
We've
too.
been very overwhelmed. Like, it's in the, like the best way.
Yeah,
So
in a good way. We've been feeling all the love, and it's just like we send each other like screenshots daily from like
Did
the
you see this
sweetest
DM?
confidence
Yeah.
DMs. I'm like, stop. This is so cute. I don't deserve you guys. We
Seriously.
don't deserve you guys. So
Thank you.
thanks for listening. Oh, we have to announce our book club book for next month before we peace out. All right. Well, we took a quick little break to turn to Instagram Live.
Yeah,
Should we say that?
Yeah, shout
Ask
outs.
you guys
that was actually really fun.
It was really fun.
I think
Yeah,
we should do it.
all the time.
Yeah.
We hopped on Instagram Live to ask you guys what book we should read for book club book for July. And now we have our answer.
Drum
And the
roll,
book
please.
is, I don't have the author's name.
I don't either.
Oh,
Shoot.
Local Woman Missing
by Mary Kubica.
All right, there you have
I
it.
mean, that's the best
It's a
way.
thriller.
We're
really
excited.
excited to read it.
I need to
So,
order it.
Local woman missing.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully.
Thanks so yeah.
If it's not, I'm gonna rage. Just kidding.
Thanks for helping us pick. And as always, tune in every Wednesday for a new episode of our podcast.
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at What She's Reading Pod.
And if
Oh,
you like
right.
this, give us a review.
That's all. See you next week.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.